Well, as we look ahead to warmer weather, one thing that stands out from this historic winter, the rollout of Buffalo's snow plow tracker system. This real-time system allowing you to track plows, showing which streets have been treated and which need work. The program underwent its first test in November when more than 6 feet of snow fell in the hardest hit communities. But a string of problems made the tracking software ineffective for city residents. And despite its problems this winter, could the city of Buffalo have launched this system years earlier? 7 News I-Team investigator Ed Dranch has discovered paperwork that raises some questions.
In digging for information about the response to that deadly December blizzard, the 7 News I-Team discovered a contract signed by AT&T and the city of Buffalo for GPS tracking of its snowplows. But when that contract was approved and signed is what's raising some questions. Former Public Works Commissioner Mike Finn signed the agreement in November 2020. But Common Councilman David Rivera moved to approve the contract 4 months earlier, in July 2020.
Why are we just now implementing this program in the end of 2022 into 2023?
Well, we just got it in November of that's just a few months ago, November of 2022.
So even though it was approved 2 years ago, we're just getting the equipment?
It's approved every year. You're talking about the
contract. The contract started from July 1st, 2020 and runs until June 30th, 2023. So realistically, the contract expires in June, but we're only starting to implement the program in November. So I guess I'm wondering why we waited so long to implement
You would have to ask Public Works that. I mean, they could probably tell you why.
These things have to be fitted on.
I got the same answer from Council President Darius Pridgen, who was part of the unanimous vote to approve this contract.
Why the delay?
You know, I really don't know. You would have to, again, ask the administration. It's not, the council approves these things.
So we did. Talking to the Public Works Commissioner Nate Martin, who was appointed to the job after Finn resigned in September 2022.
So why the holdup between 2020 and turning it on to the public in 2022?
Yeah, so something, again, prior to my time, I can't necessarily speak to, when or why we decided to turn on the equipment. I think it was in response to some of the snow clearing issues that we had the prior winter.
Even during those crippling winter storms last year, it turns out, according to Martin, the GPS system was actually being used internally and had been for many years before under different contracts, tracking the snow clearing fleet behind the scenes before the public part of the system was coordinated and turned on years later.
So it wasn't as easy as, hit button, turn on public module. That wasn't the case at all. There was a whole lot of programming that we needed to do once that decision was made.
Martin said the program didn't work as well as he had hoped when it was initially open to the public in November. Documents obtained by the I-Team show the agreement between the city and AT&T expires in June, but can be renewed at the same price, not to exceed $50,000 per fiscal year for 2 additional 1-year deals, if both parties agree.
Is it likely that the city of Buffalo continues that contract with AT&T?
We're evaluating that. I won't speak to if we continue or we don't continue. It's something we're evaluating.
Would you want to see that contract extended, or would you rather go with another provider?
No, I don't want to start from scratch. I'd rather see what we need out of that contract, what we can improve out of that contract, and the technology. But I think to just scrap it when we just got it, like
we didn't just get it.
Yeah, no, we did just get it. We approved it beforehand. We just got it this year, really running. So I do not want to see it scrapped and start from scratch.
Though Councilman Rivera, who moved to approve the deal initially, agrees with Martin, leaving the road clear for change.
If they're not providing the service that they should be, then we should look for another vendor. Absolutely. It's like any other vendor. If you don't provide the services that you're required to, then we should look at other vendors.
For the I-Team, Ed Dranch, 7 News, Buffalo.
You can read through the agreement between the city and AT&T, plus the I-Team's full investigation into this tracking software. We have that for you right now at WKBW.com.